we are going to make the cover of our ABC book. That is so I can laminate it, and then when we get all the pages together, I will be ready to put it all together for you so you can have your ABC book. So this is what the front looks like. So when you're looking for these, in the packet, it's the one that has the big gigantic white paper and says is for on it. Okay, so as usual, you're going to need some sort of glue, hopefully white glue, scissors, a trash tray, a red crayon, and today we need a pencil. So you should have all your pieces out of your bag. We have 3 red pieces for the ant. I'm going to set those aside. We have 1 very large yellow rectangle, a smaller yellow rectangle, and yes, we have 2 pieces that are almost the exact same size, thin yellow ones, and then we have 2 white squares. Okay, I'm going to set the white squares aside. I'm going to set my skinny yellow ones aside. I'm going to actually take everything off of the paper here. Because the first thing we have to do is glue this white paper to the dark blue rectangle. So I'm going to turn it over so I have the, so I don't see the 4 is. I'm going to put glue dots in all 4 corners, and then I'm going to add some extra glue dots just because this is such a big piece of paper. When I'm putting it on the, when I'm going to put it on my blue rectangle, I'm holding it and I'm using my hands so it doesn't touch the blue paper, but I'm going to set it down carefully so I can see blue up here, blue here, and blue at the bottom. I want to make sure that I have it all the way around. Now, if you want to, you can write your name, because you are the illustrator of this book. It says illustrated by, and you did not write the words. I have given you the words that we've glued inside the book. So you are just the illustrator. Okay? So we've got our white paper ready to go. Okay, the first thing we're going to use is the large yellow square, and we're going to use the large white square. But I'm going to set the white one aside, and I'm going to start with the large yellow square. I'm going to get my trash tray ready. So you're going to fold the yellow square in half, and we are going to cut this in a diagonal line from corner to corner. So I'm going to start at one corner and I'm going to cut it all the way up to the top. Okay, these are going to be the trash. This is the trash. 2 smaller ones and the larger one, and the larger one is the one we want. Okay, I am once again going to put glue dots, and maybe one in the middle. Okay, and I am going to glue this on the left side above the words is for. We are going to make a capital A and a lowercase a. Okay, now this paper we're going to do the exact same thing. Fold it in half and cut it on the diagonal from the corner to the corner. Those 2 are trash, and then I'm going to keep the larger one. Okay, now I am going to put glue dots on that, and when I glue this, I am gluing it at the bottom, and I'm matching the straight line of the larger yellow triangle, gluing that right on top. Now, you're going to get one of your yellow rectangles. We are not going to cut it. We're just going to add some glue dots to it. And then I'm going to glue it across about where you would have the cross part for the A. Isn't that cool? Doesn't that look just like an A? Okay, so this piece is going to be our lowercase a. We are going to cut all 4 corners and magic cut like so to start with. Okay, so I'm going to glue this next to the A, so I have my lowercase a right next to my uppercase A. Going to glue that right there. Then I'm going to get my white rectangle and do the same. I have the feeling this white rectangle might be too large. We shall see. But I have a feeling it's too big. Yes, I must have cut the wrong size. So I am going to try to carefully, which is going to be really tricky, cut all the way around. So, and if you wanted to, and I didn't cut enough off, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and trim part of your square. I would, let's see, if you can have Mom or Dad before you cut it, which I know that's a little too late now. Let's see, it should have been one, you need to cut off like 3/4 of an inch on 2 of the sides. So let's see what I can do with this now. See if I can get it the right size. I am really sorry, but I think I gave you the wrong sized white. So hopefully you can get it, and if you have problems, have Mom or Dad help you. Okay, that's better. Now we can see more white, or more yellow. Okay, I'm going to add my glue. I'm going to glue that in the middle, and then I'm going to take this yellow rectangle, and that is going to be the back line of the A, and I am going to glue that right over the white and the right over those 2 circles. Okay, so the next 3 pieces we're going to use are for the ant's body. So our first one we're going to do is we're going to use the smallest one. So I'm just going to set these up here, and we're going to use this one first. We have made an ant before. Okay, so we're going to make a pointed oval, which means we're going to do a house cut. So I've got a house. Going to cut those 2 little points off on the sides. Then I'm going to do another house cut on this side and cut the points on the sides. And there. So this is the thorax of the insect. And remember, the thorax is the middle body part. Okay, now we're going to use the medium size, the middle size one, which now it's the smaller one compared to these 2. And we are going to cut all 4 corners and magic cut that. And if I didn't already tell you, this is his head. And we're going to glue the head up at the top of that thorax. Glue dots like so. And then the last body part is the abdomen, and we are going to cut all 4 corners once again and magic cut that like so. And then I'm going to glue that to the back, to the other side, the opposite side. Whoops. Okay, and it's gonna, and I overlapped on top of the thorax. Okay, now is when you need your red crayon. Okay, we're going to give the ant 2 antennae coming out of his head, and then I've got a little piece of glue here, so I've got to be careful and don't rip my paper. But I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 legs coming out of my ant, coming out from the thorax, because all insects, their legs come from their thorax. And as we know, insects have 6 legs, 3 on this side, 3 on this side. Okay, now we do not need to put our name on the back because you're going to be writing your name at the bottom. And we are done with our cover of our book.